tie up your tie your own tubes, you know? Dude, I used to know this tough girl. Real tough. Kind of girl, man, you know, she chose not to pass gas sometimes because she liked to keep that pressure in her body. That kind of girl, like that's a real kind of girl, just snatch a damn goat off a bridge, just walk out. You feel me? That was always, I felt like, the biggest crock of shit, you know? Like, dude, it's ladies' night. I would always have a friend, and not even a friend, sometimes just an enemy that, or just a bud, someone I knew that drank and could walk to a bar and be like, bruh, it's ladies' night. It's ladies' night over there. It's ladies' night, dude. Down at the Smoking Onion, bro. You in or you out? And like, dude, come on, man. We ain't getting no ladies, bro. Come on, man. We ain't getting no ladies, buddy. Dude, every time we go out, we get 0 ladies. You think tonight that you think tonight something's gonna be different? That the cooter fairy is just gonna come and hit us with that cooter wand or something? No. You can't. You got to recognize that, you know, it's late. Come on, bro. It's ladies' night. Man, come on. Dude, you know good and well if you and me are in it, man, it ain't damn a ladies' night, bro. It's going to be you and me are going to get there. We're going to pay that cover. And they always put like a lady by the door so it looks like there's ladies. And they make you wait in the line. You get in there and they got one lady there. It's just a coat lady. She's taking people's coats. And we live in Louisiana. Nobody has a damn coat. So that's really waste of fixed costs right there. That lady's just doing nothing. Sometimes you'll see somebody has a tank top, you know, if somebody wore a double tank in there and they shed one and give it to the girl. Keep her employed, you know, keep little Tiffany employed or little Daphne or whatever. You know, named after somebody who doesn't know how to pronounce flowers, you know, Daphne Dills. But man, it's ladies. Come on. Dude, it ain't. Bro, when we go, we've been going places for years, man. And we ain't got no ladies, bro. We ain't got no ladies, man. Dude, the last ladies' night we went to, I had to hold your waist while you vomited. Because the upheaval was too much for your body to handle because you don't have a strong spine, man. You know exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm just trying to be honest, man. I'm just trying to be honest and just do whatever I can, or also do whatever I can't. You know that. All right, let's kick this bad animal right in the freaking bulb. Changed my route. That really changed everything for me with running. Because suddenly it was a little bit more of an adventure. It wasn't the same old, same old. And next thing you know, I'd gone like a quarter mile further. So I'm doing time, you know, I'm out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing time like the future, bro. I'm out there. And so then the next time I ran, I said, oh man, I'm gonna go do that new trek again. Now it was exciting to me. And then next thing you know, I said, oh, you know what? I'm gonna go 2.5 miles. I'm doing 2.25. I'll do 2.5, bro. You know, I'll burn another quarter of this bad bitch. You know, I'll serve another slice of bad bitch bacon to myself. And so next thing you know, now I'm at 2.5, and now I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna see how fast I'm going. I'm gonna keep time for myself, make it a little bit of a game, make it a little bit of a challenge, or challenge, French challenge. And so then it adds up. And next thing you know, I'm running, and I'm doing 3 mile, 3.5, bro, 3.25 stars. Yeah, so anyway, that's been my adventure. That's been my experience in my adventure with running. And now, you know, I'll go do 3.75 miles. I did it today. I walked the last 3/4 miles though, because I just got it, like had like an attitude, kind of a little bit of a not a meltdown, but like just they had a fucking homeless dude and he was shadow boxing over by the interstate. And I jog right by the interstate, bro. Cause that's who I am. Some people jog safe areas, bro. Fuck that. Dude, I want to be by the interstate. I want to hear a van going by. You know, I want to hear that bitch going right by my ear. I want to be able to hear somebody inside a shitty van. I want to hear two fat kids in the back of a shitty van sipping a Shasta. That's how close I want that van to be. I like to be right on the edge because I'll run faster. I feel like if I know that the Grim Reaper kind of has one eye on me, and I've always been like that, but yeah. So anyway, I like to run out there, and this dude, they had I don't want to say homeless, but this guy was definitely, covered in dirt and looked like he didn't know where his parents were at. And he was probably about 38. So, he could have been, no, he couldn't have. This is a homeless guy. Anyway, he's out there shadowboxing, and it looked like he had shadowboxed under some real, under some good trainers. It looked like maybe Tony Jeffries or something had trained him at one point. Like the guy had some skills. So I had to go even further around, and I got pissed. And then at one point he threw a glass item at me. And so that shit made me, I felt like I needed to be a little bit more on alert. So that's when I shut the run down and just went into a little bit more of defense mode and just kind of kept my eye on the premises in the area while I went by. Cause there's a lot of homeless that are stacking up around me. It's getting pretty stacky in the vagrancy department, which is Spanish. Let's hear more, sir.
So we had a domestic like a couple weeks back. Homeboy sneaking out a fire escape, dude. He gets down this fire escape, getting out, and he fucking realizes there's no ladder to take him from here to there to the ground. So he's just stuck up there, shirtless. He's got his shorts on. He's like, fuck, man. We're standing in the alley like, hey, man, you got nowhere to go. So, that's just a little glimpse of what it's like. But appreciate you, man. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. Take care.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate the call. Yeah. And that's real. I mean, a lot of men stranded on the fire escape, aren't they? That's just a euphemism. I mean, that guy should run for mayor of my damn heart. Because that should be our national bird. A shirtless man on a fire escape with nowhere to go. Name a better one. Didn't think you could. And that should mean, yeah. And two officers down there like, look, buddy, if you look, then jump. Then jump, buckaroni, okay? Jump. If you survive, dude, I'll take you over there to Buca de Beppa down there on the, down by the south side, down by the dang water. And we'll buy you a frickin' pepperoni bread. But yeah, that's really, that's how I feel though a lot of times. I feel shirtless and I feel like I'm just on the fire escape of my own life. Praise God, brother. Thank you for that, sir. And you guys stay safe out there. But yeah, domestics are going up. Domestics going up on a Sunday. That shit's getting hot. It's getting hot in the house. A lot of spouses saying, hey, honey, will you turn the AC on? It is on. Okay? It is on, Ronald. It's ladies' night. It is on. Cut it on, Jack. The AC is. Oh, really? Dang, because it's hot in here. It sure is. That's because we got 200 degrees of your bullshit. And a lot of these thotty ass ladies out there too, being sneaky and being little snackadactyls. And texting different men and stuff like this and Facebooking they college heroes and shit. I'm telling you, man, these domestics, it's because you can't put. I was growing up, dude, a lot of times at school, we had this kid named Small Allen that went to our school, and he was small, man. He was, imagine somebody. Now just imagine him being just real small. And that was him, bro. That was him, dude. He was just so tiny, bro. So tiny. His little elbows were tiny. Sometimes he would use his elbows to do to knead a bread or something. He would have to do that to knead a dough. If you wanted to knead a dough, he had to use his elbows to get enough pressure on it. Sometimes even a foot as well. He was so tiny, bro. Tiny, tiny. And he was a little, he a little nasty, bro. You know, he came from his daddy was nasty, and so he was also nasty. He was like nasty junior in his DNA. And he would do this thing at school. He would go in the bathroom and turn the toilets. They had some nice old school toilets in there. Not even ceramic, I think concrete or even pewter. Nice, something quality. And he would turn the toilets, the plumbing off on them. And if kids had gone in the restroom and done number 2, and this is a little vulgar, and I'm sorry to tell it, but if they'd done a number 2, you know, a duty, bro, a body duty, he would then go in. The toilets wouldn't flush. He had this big, he had like this kind of, I don't want to say fetish because we were children, but he had this kind of dirty desire to, he would go duty on top of it. You know what I'm saying? Like he was the kind of person, you ever walk into a bathroom stall and if somebody's already done a number 2 in there, somebody did a strong number 2 or even a weak number 2. And I'm like, oh man, I'll go to a different one. I don't even flush it. Some people use their foot to flush it. That's insane. I'm not flushing your duty with my foot, bro, like it's ancient Rome or something. But what he would do, what Small would do, is he would go get in the stall and then duty on top of someone else's duty. That's like, I don't know how that, like, I don't know what the psyche behind that is, but just the level of, and I remember even when I'd come out of the restroom, he'd ask me if I flushed, you know, I'd be like, dang, dude, what? Leave me alone. You sick little bastard, bro. And then he'd fucking run up your leg or something. You know, he was just small. I mean, this guy was, he wouldn't run up your leg, but he could have if he got a good, you know, maybe a 40-foot start. And if you kind of put like if you know, put a wedge or something at the edge of at the intersection of the ground in your legs, or like a curve or something, a little bit of I don't know what that's called. But yeah, that's crazy, dude. Just to think that and just, but I'm saying we're all different people, man, you know. Some people just go urinate in the bathroom and do that. And some people go in the bathroom and they see that someone else is already number 2 to toilet. And they go and